Belinder students get their feet moving to kick off the elementary school's 60th anniversary. Raiders return to make music and celebrate 45 years of singing at Shawnee Mission South. A very special Doodle shines the national spotlight on a Shawnee Mission student. And Shawanoe students learn a life-saving skill while having a lot of fun. It's all ahead on this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Welcome to Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. I'm your host, Leanne Neal. Belinder Elementary students laced up their tennis shoes for the school's annual walk-a-thon. But this year, it also helps celebrate Belinder's 60 years of educating students.
Walk-a-thon is one of Belinder's main fundraisers. This is the 9th annual one, and it is a fun afternoon full of walking and exercise, prizes, and music.
It's really healthy for you guys to get out and exercise every single day.
Before students started laps on the playground, they got a pep talk from sporting Kansas City midfielder Luke Sassano.
You guys all having fun today? Excited for the walk-a-thon?
He encouraged students to try and get at least 60 minutes of physical activity each day. After that, it was time for walkers to make sure their official numbers were in place and hit the course.
The kids come out and they get exercise, and they really have a good time because they're walking with their friends, but they don't realize that they're also having exercise and they're getting physically fit.
Just as Sassano had recommended, students, parents, and staff walked for about 60 minutes during the walk-a-thon, which also raised money to support student activities.
This is our annual main fundraiser. What the kids do is they send in their permission slip, and then they go out and start collecting funds and any sort of donations, and then they turn them in. And that is what we use to pay for things that have been cut by the state, such as our social worker, our math aide. We've used it to pay for special classroom needs, field trips, school clubs, foreign languages, those kinds of things.
Students who raised more than $100 in total donations were eligible for a grand prize drawing, but they weren't the only winners.
We have a prize table full of prizes, and they randomly draw them from hats.
Along the way, walkers could rehydrate with their own commemorative 60th anniversary water bottles. Many students took a break to get their water bottles signed by Sassano. Others got his autograph on their shirts, or in one case, a wrist.
Usually we get roughly 85 to 90% participation out of the whole school because it's really kind of a fun party.
While Belinder celebrates 60 years, students and staff at Apache Elementary are celebrating a move into a brand new facility. On opening day, spirits were high as everyone gathered in the brand new building's multi-purpose space. Then it was time to explore all that the new Apache has to offer. Principal Jennifer Griffith shares with us some of the building's special features.
One of the greatest things about our new facility is how environmentally friendly we are. We have solar panels to help with our energy resources. We have sun shields that are helping to control the light that comes in, as well as the heat and energy that can be conserved in that way. Our landscaping is all done in a way that will conserve rainwater. So we've really worked to utilize resources in a way that will help with our environmental impact.
Hi, I'm Peyton, and we are currently in the new Apache school, and my favorite part probably is the air dryers. They're easy and they're quick, so you just stick your hands in. And they dry in like 12 seconds or less, so cool.
I think the most exciting thing about this facility right now is the pride that our kids have for the facility. That first day when students got to walk in and see for themselves, that look on their faces that this is a school that they can not just come and learn, but come and be proud to learn in.
When we come back, we'll show you how they're celebrating Hispanic heritage at Shawnee Mission North, plus a reunion that gave Shawnee Mission South alumni a reason to sing.
My name is Roxanne.
And my name's Michaela.
And we read 11 Birthdays by Wendy Mass. This book is about two ex-friends named Amanda and Leo. It must have been a coincidence that they were born at the same time and hospital. Things shake up on their 10th birthday when Amanda gets mad at Leo. A year later, they still haven't spoken because of their fight. Now, Amanda and Leo keep repeating their 11th birthdays. Is this a curse? Will the next day ever come?
Read the book to find out.
We rate this book 5 out of 5 stars because it's pieced together really well. At the end, it ties it all together.
And it keeps you entertained.
Read this book!
Welcome back. Sweet sounds and plenty of memories filled the choral room at Shawnee Mission South as the program celebrated 45 years of singing. These choral alumni gathered for a weekend of practice, which would culminate in a concert singing alongside current Shawnee Mission South choir students.
Today we have gathered alumni from the time the building opened in 1966 to present time of choir kids. So we still call ourselves kids. And we come together to sing, to get together, just to enjoy being together, and also to promote our endowment and scholarship program that we started back in 2004. The looks on their faces, on the high school kids' faces when they looked at, old people coming in and thinking, they used to sing here and choir means that much to them to come back. It's a love for music that those younger kids noticed, and it just enriched this program.
Everyone enjoyed the experience so much that they've repeated it every few years. With one change. Now, the alumni sing at least one piece with the high school students, enriching the experience for all.
I love the response of my current students who get to see who they might call these old guys. They've sat in the same seats as them and share that same Shawnee Mission South choir bond. I've taught in other places and know of other choir programs, and I think it's something that's really special to this place.
The concert also serves as a fundraiser for the alumni's endowment and scholarship program.
We've awarded 9 scholarships to high school seniors who have contributed mightily to the choir program at Shawnee Mission South. And in the endowment program, we have given the sound system in the choir room. We've contributed to the robes, a copying machine, and a conference table and chairs. Every year we choose something that will benefit the kids from freshman to senior in making the choir experience better.
Dr. Don Donaldson, who was Shawnee Mission South's choral director for the first 12 years, says he always enjoys this opportunity to catch up with former students.
Well, this day is invariably I have students walk in that I haven't seen for 10, 12, 15 years, and they're just so full of joy and so full of the enthusiasm that we had way back then, and that seems to just stay with them. And what I like about them is they come back expecting this to be good. And I'm going, yes, this is what we need. And so it's really great.
It's really fun to be back here and sing. My job has nothing to do with singing now, and so it's really neat to be able to come back and be with people you haven't seen in decades.
For the Dudleys, these reunions are a family affair.
When I was here, and you can see by my name tag that I graduated in 1977, my husband, my to-be husband, was sitting in the bass section. So this is where we met. So it's like going back to that special place. My daughter also graduated from school here, so I'm sitting next to her. So for today, it's seeing my husband again over in the bass section and then singing next to my daughter.
Stephanie Dudley, a 2008 graduate, is pursuing a degree in music education.
Just seeing everyone again and getting together to make music is it's an awesome experience, and it's something different than any other reunion that I've been to, that you get to come back and not only see each other and catch up, but make music together.
It's a love for music that those younger kids noticed, and it just enriched this program.
At Shawnee Mission North, students had an opportunity to celebrate Hispanic heritage through a special program.
Today we celebrate the values, the traditions, and everything that it is about our heritage and our culture, the values of our faith. the love for our families, the commitment to justice and to human rights.
See, up until now, everything that's been done to us has been tolerated, and instead of all the hate, it'd be nice if we could be treated equally for a change.
Some students expressed their feelings about their culture by performing poetry. Others sang from the heart or shared dances reflecting their Hispanic heritage.
I feel like today we did really well. A lot of our performers and a lot of the speakers we had kind of gave the people who aren't Hispanic or the people who really didn't grow up in a Hispanic home, it gave them a little bit of background or perspective of where we come from and why we are how we are and why we're so unified as a group of people.
As the keynote student speaker, Ramon Ramirez hoped his message would inspire fellow students.
No matter what color you are, no matter how you are, take pride in who you are. And if you don't like what you see, change it and become the person that you want to be. Thank you.
I'm so proud of our students that participated today. I think that it's important for them to feel that they can express themselves about their culture and still have that pride intact, and yet know that they are part of a bigger picture, which is the American culture.
When people talk about the diversity at North, I'm part of that diversity, and I love it here, and there's no other school like it because of this.
It's a contest that garnered 107,000 entries, and a Shawnee Mission student was among the 40 finalists. Up next, meet one of Google's favorite doodlers. Plus, find out how community partners are helping second graders take a leap to learn a life-saving skill when Spotlight on Shawnee Mission returns. Welcome back. Looking for the next Picasso, Van Gogh, or Monet? A Shawnee Mission student may be on his way after getting some national recognition for his art.
I want to give one more round of applause to Clayton. Clayton, stand up again, everybody.
Clayton Phillips' design was selected as one of 40 finalists in the 2011 Doodle for Google competition. Quite an honor, especially when you consider that 107,000 students submitted entries. The students were challenged to find a way to work the word Google into the theme, What I'd Like to Do Someday. Clayton said someday he'd like to find beauty in everything, and so his artwork depicted a man with a telescope standing on a ledge, gazing out over a valley to the mountain range on the horizon. This wasn't Clayton's first time to enter the contest, but it was his first time to be named a national finalist.
I was at my friend's house and my mom told me to run upstairs and I didn't know what was going on, and then she told me and I started jumping and up and down, and I was really excited.
Creativity and innovation are crucial at Google. We look for it in our employees, we look for it in our products, and we love to celebrate it in children who are the future.
As a finalist in the Doodle for Google competition, Clayton has the opportunity to travel to New York City for a tour and to meet other finalists.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I've never been to New York City, so I'm going to get to go for my first time, and just besides the Google thing, it's really exciting.
Some budding artists at Crestview Elementary had an opportunity to express their creativity and help the district at the same time. The students, under the direction of art teacher Heather Layton, created floral artwork. Their designs were used in the centerpieces at the Shawnee Mission Education Foundation's fundraising breakfast. For a donation to the foundation, attendees could take a centerpiece home. The students' artwork was such a hit that some people ended up getting more than one. The foundation will use the funds to support the Shawnee Mission School District. Up next, find out what happens when an elementary school principal challenges an Olympic gold medalist and how they hope it will help students.
My name is Marita.
Hi, I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Emily. We read the book Faith, Hope, and Ivy June
by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor.
This book is about two girls from Kentucky, one from the north and one from the south.
One was poor and one was rich. Both were in an exchange program.
Read the book to find out what happens next.
We rate this book 4 out of 5 stars because it was exciting and adventurous.
Welcome back. Did you know that on average, 2 children drown each day in the United States? It's a staggering statistic from the Centers for Disease Control, but the Learn to Swim program is working to lower that number by empowering students with swimming skills that could save their lives. First up on day 1 of lessons for these soon-to-be swimmers, a quick chat about the rules of the pool. Then it was time to get wet. While some of the second graders were ready to jump right in, others were a bit more cautious, but everyone was willing to give it their best.
Right now, today is day 1. They are taking a 10-step assessment. The instructors are trying to figure out where they are ability-wise. Then they will progress from that. They'll be broken up into 4 groups throughout the 8-week program.
For 8 Fridays, 36 Shawanoe students will come to Shawnee Mission Northwest Pool to have fun while learning important water safety and swimming skills.
It's incredible. After a long week of school, the kids, if you can see the kids, their smiles, I think that's great. They're so excited to be here.
During the first session, some students played a red light, green light game, practicing different speeds of kicks in the water. Others learned how to spread their arms and float on their backs. Those who were more comfortable with the water got to show off some swimming strokes.
Ultimately, we want them to learn a life skill of swimming. Over the next 8 weeks, we'll really help them, teach them those life-saving skills so they can get out of the water. That's something that is really, really important for them to learn.
A partnership between the district, the YMCA, and Samsung Mobile makes the Learn to Swim program possible.
When I heard the statistics from the YMCA about how many kids actually suffer death from drowning, it was alarming. So to be able to teach these kids to swim and prevent that from ever happening gives us great pride and great joy. So it's tremendous to see these kids having so much fun as well and also learning to swim.
Without the support of the district and the Greater Kansas City YMCA, we wouldn't be here. So thanks to them and all the sponsors who are helping out.
It's truly a wonderful partnership, and we know that the kids are going to benefit greatly from it.
We checked back after a few weeks in the water and found that the new swimmers were really coming along. From dog paddling to jumping off the diving board, it's clear these students now feel more at home in the water. Even some who had been hesitant on that first day got in on the fun.
I jumped off the diving board and touched to the ground.
What did you do?
I got in the water and swim out to the deep.
As a special treat, the swimmers got some encouragement from someone who's made a pretty big splash in the swimming world, Olympic gold medalist Scott Goldblatt.
I started swimming when I was about your age, and my focus was having fun. You guys have fun when you swim? Yeah! That's the most important thing.
For a little extra inspiration, students tried on Goldblatt's silver medal from the 2000 Olympic Games and his gold from 2004. He won both medals swimming on relay teams. With an Olympic medalist in the house, Principal Schlegel couldn't resist putting his pool skills and special swimwear to the test. In the end, Olympic talent proved to be too much for the principal's pool prowess.
I was going out hard for the first 25. Then I had wardrobe malfunction. My shark suit didn't work out so well. I lost it, I think, in the second flip turn. You know, going up against a gold medalist, how many people can say they've gone up against a gold medalist, not being an Olympian myself? Just the experience was incredible.
Here we go!
While the afternoon was full of fun, there was an important point behind it.
Swimming is one of the things the YMCA is founded on, is helping kids and families be safe around the water. So as part of our plan here in the greater Kansas City community, we want to do all we can to save lives for children.
I think the major thing is practice, whatever it is. Whether it's school and doing your homework and studying, that's just a form of practice. Whether it's playing soccer, you go out there and you practice every day. Swimming, you go out there and you jump in the pool and practice. So regardless of what it is, whether it's swimming, school, just being a good kid at home, it takes practice.
We'd like to extend a special thanks to our partners, the YMCA of Greater Kansas City and Samsung Mobile, for giving these students the opportunity to learn a life-saving skill. That's all the time we have for this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Join us again as we continue to feature the programs and people of Shawnee Mission who are helping guide students to success. Thank you for watching.